Imagine receiving news so extraordinary that it would change not just your life, but the entire course of human history. This is exactly what happened to a young woman in the small town of Nazareth nearly 2,000 years ago. The year is approximately 6 BC. Nazareth is a humble village nestled in the hills of Galilee, home to perhaps 300 people. It's the kind of place where everyone knows everyone, where daily life revolves around simple trades and ancient traditions. Here lives Mary, a teenage girl probably between 14 and 16 years old, engaged to a carpenter named Joseph. In first-century Jewish culture, engagement isn't casual. It's a binding commitment that can only be broken by divorce. Mary has likely been promised to Joseph since childhood, following customs that ensured family alliances and social stability. She's preparing for marriage, learning the skills needed to manage a household, and looking forward to a quiet life in obscurity. But God has different plans. One ordinary day, as Mary goes about her routine, something extraordinary happens. The angel Gabriel appears to her. Picture this moment. Gabriel isn't a gentle, glowing figure from a Christmas card. In biblical accounts, angels often terrify people with their otherworldly presence. Their first words are usually, "Don't be afraid," for good reason. Gabriel greets Mary with words that would puzzle any young woman. "Greetings, you who are highly favored. The Lord is with you." According to Luke chapter 1, verse 29, Mary is greatly troubled by these words and wonders what this greeting might mean. The angel continues with an announcement that defies human understanding. "Do not be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God. You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you are to call him Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High." Consider the magnitude of this moment. Mary isn't just being told she'll have a baby. She's being informed that she'll bear the Messiah, the promised deliverer that Israel has awaited for centuries. The child will be called the Son of God, will sit on David's throne, and will reign over an eternal kingdom. Mary's response reveals both her humanity and her remarkable character. She asks the logical question, "How will this be, since I am a virgin?" She's not doubting God's power. She's seeking understanding of the impossible. Gabriel explains that the Holy Spirit will overshadow her, that this child will be conceived through divine power, not human means. To strengthen her faith, he shares news about her relative Elizabeth, who is miraculously pregnant in her old age. "For no word from God will ever fail," the angel declares. Now comes the moment that changes everything. Mary could have argued, complained about the social consequences, or demanded more time to think. Instead, she speaks words that echo through eternity. "I am the Lord's servant. May your word to me be fulfilled." This simple statement represents one of history's greatest acts of faith. Mary accepts a calling that will bring her joy, but also tremendous hardship. She'll face social disgrace, potential rejection by Joseph, and a future filled with both wonder and sorrow. Think about what Mary's yes means for her personally. In her culture, pregnancy outside marriage could result in divorce, social ostracism, or even death by stoning. She's risking everything based on an angel's promise and God's faithfulness. Yet Mary's acceptance also demonstrates profound trust in God's character. She believes that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is worthy of complete surrender. Her response becomes a model of faithful obedience that believers have admired for 2 millennia. The Annunciation marks the beginning of the Incarnation, the moment when God becomes human. Through Mary's willingness, heaven touches earth in the most intimate way possible. The eternal Word takes on flesh, entering our world not as a conquering king, but as a vulnerable baby. Mary's story teaches us that God often chooses the unlikely and unexpected. He doesn't select Mary because she's powerful, wealthy, or famous. He chooses her because she has a heart ready to trust and obey, regardless of the cost. This ancient story speaks to modern hearts facing their own divine calls. Like Mary, we're often asked to step into unknown territory, trusting God's promises when circumstances seem impossible. Her example encourages us to respond with faith when God interrupts our plans with His purposes. The young woman from Nazareth shows us that ordinary people can participate in extraordinary purposes when they surrender to God's will with courage and trust. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for weekly videos that encourage the heart and stir the soul.